Hey guys, so I need to turn my volume down real quick so my phone doesn't beep. Okay, so we're going to mix up some resin, then we're going to mix up 4 colors, which are going to be Folk Art Color Shift in Aqua Flash, Arteza Titanium White, Arteza Pearl Copper Gold, which is a metallic, and Arteza Ultramarine Blue. And then I have these 2 little wooden trays. They're from Arts Minds. I think I got them at Michael's on the clearance rack for like 97 cents a piece or something like that. So they have these really cute inside bottoms. And we're just going to kind of do a little beach theme, pour pretty thin with resin just for the bottom. And we're going to leave the wood natural. So we're going to mix up, and I'm going to try to keep these gloves on as long as possible, but I do not like working in gloves, especially when they're a little bigger than what I need them to be. So that's part B. So we're going to equal parts of part A and part B. I'm not going to use the measuring cup because I'm not going to need that much. I'm just going to use 2 cups side by side and make sure it's equal. Okay, so part A is the resin, and this is Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat, which has the Ultra UV protected. So this is the sizes that you get. You get 1/4 of a gallon in each bottle, and this is the sizes you get when you order the 1/2 gallon. And I just want to pour the hardener a little slower because it is more fluid. Okay, and then I'm just going to add the hardener into the one with the resin because the resin's thicker, so it's easier to pour the hardener in. And once you get them fully mixed, you have about 45 minutes work time. I don't have a heat gun, but I do have a torch. So, you know, that helps with the work time, but and then you stir them really good. Make sure you get the edges all the way down and the bottom. And this one, you stir for about 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure you read whatever resin you buy because all different resins are different. This one's a 1-to-1 ratio. Some of them are like a 2 part to 1 part and stuff like that. So just make sure that you're doing the right mixing for your specific resin. I'm in North Carolina, so for any of you that don't know, we've been having 97 to 104 degree weather. Definitely don't have to heat up my resin right now, but in the wintertime, I probably will. And I'm learning resin. I've only done a couple projects, so I'm by no means great at it yet. I am learning. You guys are just learning with me. Any mistakes I make, you guys will see. Okay, so I think it's mixed up pretty good. I'm going to rub the edges one more time. And then we're going to let it sit here for just a moment. I'm going to get our colors and put them into our cups because you can take colors out if you put too much, but you can't take resin out once the color's in. So, you want like 1/10 of what you're going to use resin-wise. This one must be almost empty. But just as soon as I push it like really hard, it'll Okay, so I'm going to put about that much in. Not much at all. I need to start setting that one upside down. And the lighter blue, the aqua flash is going to be like for the waves up near the water line where the foam goes. And the darker blue is for like the deeper waves, the ultramarine blue, the deeper ocean. The white is for to mimic the foam waves. And then, of course, the pearl copper gold is for the sand. And I chose to do a metallic because it gives it a little bit more, I guess, dimension and depth with it being a metallic. So, yeah. And I made a little bit of extra resin because we'll probably have some left over. If there's anything left over, I do have a mold that I want to pour some in. So I have a few molds, but I only have one I really want to work with today, so we'll see. Okay, so now I'm just going to pull these cups a little closer to me, but still in the camera. And we're going to add our resin. I have a little bit of clear left, which I may need after I mix these up if I need to add a little bit more to keep them from being like, if they feel like extra sticky. What I'm learning is if you're stirring them and they feel like extra sticky, then it means you have too much of your paint in it. I mean, it's supposed to feel sticky, but I mean, like, see how I'm stirring this one and it's kind of stirring real easily and it comes out real easily. If it's like real goopy, almost like honey, and doesn't want to pour off, then you just add a little more clear to it to get it right. Okay, so that one looks pretty good. Same with this, you want to scrape the sides, you want to scrape the bottom, you want to make sure you get it all. Especially if the cups have these little indentions. I'm trying to do these as fast as possible too, you guys, because I can't really time lapse or edit or anything with my camera. And I want to make sure you get to see the whole process on one video. See, like this one, how it's a little more goopier? It needs a little bit more clear. Which the white did that the other day when I made white. I don't know if that video worked, like if you guys are going to get to see that, because I'm just now uploading those videos, but one of the videos turned off on me, so I don't know if you guys actually get to see it, but I did some white and it was like really goopy. It was almost like a slime consistency is what it was. Okay, I'm going to move these out of the way. I'm going to set the clear back a little bit. I'll set these colors over to the side so I can see what is in what. And we're going to get one of these. Now, normally, I would say tape it off. But since I'm going to pour it in carefully, and because I'm out of painter's tape right now, I'm just going to pour it in the way I want it. So I'm going to start with the beach side. And I'm going to pour it a little bit away from the edge because it'll run to the edge. Okay, and I'm going to wipe off the stick in here. And I'm going to use that stick to just kind of push it towards that edge just a hair. And just to kind of maneuver the sand where I want it. Well, the resin. It doesn't have to be a straight line because I'm not really going for a straight line. I want it to actually look like sand. So I'm cool with it having like this wave of whatever in it. Okay, so there's my sand. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with this ocean blue. And I can come back in and add more, take some, I can't take any out, but you know, I can add more as I want to, so I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. Because I do want to do some of this white right here and put some towards the middle. Okay. I'm getting an extra stick to do this with because there's already a color down. And I'm just going to work them into each other. Almost like the waves are going into. And I'll blow it out too at some point. I'm going to wipe it off over here on my board because I want to get the brown out of it so that I can work the aqua flash and this dark blue in together. Okay, I'm going to add some more of this blue. I want to control how much I'm adding though, because I don't want to get it up on the lip. Okay, I'm going to tilt it just a hair, fill in that corner. Okay, then I've got a straw somewhere and I'll get Yeah, this one's a little, I like it a lot, but there's just a little bit of, but anyway. Okay, so we're just going to go over and get rid of the bubbles. I'm going to hold it at a decent level. Spin it around. Don't want to burn the resin, so I just want to do it slowly and check. Plus this thing is wood, so you know. We'll give it a minute because more bubbles will rise. So we're going to set that one to the side, you guys. We're going to pull this one up. And I'm going to need to make a little bit more blue, but more than enough white, more than enough beige. So yeah, I'm going to add this clear to the dark blue. Also, make sure you keep your colors stirred, because the more resin that's in your cup, the faster it hardens, is what I hear. And that little tidbit came from Marcy, Mixed Media Girl. She deals with resin a lot. Definitely a lot more than I have, so if you want to watch somebody that's like done a lot of resin, then that's definitely who I would suggest. Okay. Adding that clear to that dark blue made it a little more transparent. Dang it. I'm getting resin everywhere. Okay. I think the white's starting to harden because it's getting like a little sticky again, so we're gonna get it out. Dang it. I've got resin on my gloves, so it kind of sticks to everything at this point. I'm just going to mix it a little right there. And then I'm going to add some of this Aqua Flash. Mix it a little. And then I'm going to blow. I'm going to go ahead and put these two sticks in my trash so that they're not on my table and get stuck to my table. Okay, last of my Aqua Flash. Okay. So there's my 2 beach themes. I'm gonna torch this one to get some of the air bubbles out, and then we'll torch the other one.
I'm going to bed.
I'm doing a video. Step here before you go. Excuse him, guys.
They're pretty.
I'll be in there in a minute.
They're pretty.
Thank you. Okay, so we've got those done. I've got the air bubbles out, and we have a little bit of some of these colors left. So I'm going to totally just got resin on me. I'm going to slide these back. And I have this mold. Okay, so the other day I had some extra resin. So this is an egg mold. It makes little 3D eggs. The other day I had some extra resin. I'm trying to figure out how you're supposed to get this out of here. I don't know, but anyway. So I had some extra resin and I poured it in here. I guess I have to pull around all the edges first. And it was just some glitter resin that I covered a painting with. So anyway, I'm going to try to get this egg out of here. And then I'm going to try to pour the leftover paint in it. I can honestly say I don't know if I like this mold, because even these that don't have anything in it, I don't know how you're supposed to get them out. And I'm not going to cut the mold because then you can't use it again. I'm just going to have to be rough with it. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So, it's a little bitty glitter egg. It does have some bubbles in it, and I'll have to level off the bottom. I blew most of the air bubbles out, but then I had to go to bed, so the rest of them rose. So there's your little glitter egg. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the small one, and we're going to take the colors we have left over. And we're going to start with the blue for the ocean. I think normally if you're doing different color layers, you're supposed to like let each layer like cure for a little bit and then add the next layer. But I have all of these mixed up now, so they might mix a little. I'm still going to have some white left over, but it's almost full, and I want to get some of this for the sand, to represent the sand. Okay, I'm just going to tap it, make sure it gets all in there. I'm going to hit it with a torch. and then more bubbles are going to rise. But since I have some of these colors left, I guess I'll just make a white and copper egg. And I'll put some copper in. Then I'm going to add white. Then I'll add some more copper in this medium egg. And maybe I'll have just enough to fill it up. I got this mold on Wish probably about 4 to 6 months ago. Stir stick. Because I want to get it all out so that I have enough.